And good morning, people. Happy Tuesday. I looked at a news story this morning, and because it reminded me of my good friend Jay in so many ways, I figured it would be good to read. Let's check out what's happening in Cyprus, shall we? Can you see it? Can you see that? Can you see it says UK women allegedly lied about hotel gang rape in Cyprus. Ooh, juicy, salacious. I'm excited already. Where does this go? Let's fuck about with this morning here. Good morning, Mr. Rax TV. How's it going? You are watching me fuck with this mane up here right now. Okay. Athens. Let's see what's up. What's happening? Police in Cyprus said they arrested a 19-year-old British woman on Sunday on suspicion of filing a false complaint of gang rape for which a dozen Israeli teens had been detained as suspects. Uh-oh. Jay, this is you. This is all you. 7 of the Israelis were released on Sunday, a police official said. 5 had been released last week. The 12 individuals had initially been detained on a court order in mid-July after the woman from the UK said she had been assaulted in a hotel room in the resort of Ayia Napa. Is that right, Jay? Am I saying all that correct? Oh, look. Look at the glorious mug. Ring. Moist Clams Queen, okay? Queen, let's all be aware. Look at that face. Isn't it glorious? And it just so happens to match my fingernails. Lance, you just know. You just know. As long as it can be visibly seen over there. Let's see. And not fall. That's where he will be. I am only allowed to drink wine or what the fuck else did you say, Lance? What the fuck else am I allowed to drink in that? Wine and something, right? No coffee. No coffee, so I'm actually drinking coffee out of this. Which, by the way, is quite a bit bigger because I like large cups of coffee. You see? 1 large cup to start the morning. Basically, what I'm saying is, you're not big enough, Lance, you fucking cunt, but it's okay. We love you. Okay, back to the story. The youths had denied the claim. Rape never took place, one police source said. The woman is being held on suspicion of public mischief after giving another statement to police. The alleged victim has refrained from her statement and will be charged with public nuisance for giving false testimony. Uh-oh. Loannis Haberis, a lawyer for some of the suspects, told Reuters TV. He said their next course of action will be filing a civil lawsuit against the woman on behalf of the youths. Uh-oh. That's going to be a pain. There's 12 of them. By law, Cypriot authorities are required within 24 hours of an arrest to take a suspect before a magistrate where an extension of remand can be requested. Israeli Education Minister Raphael Peretz, speaking to reporters outside a cabinet meeting on Sunday, said of the Cyprus case, "We need to check the details. We are certainly in favor of the children of Israel having the highest moral standard." There's that Israeli privilege, you know what I'm saying? Night, Lancy. Sorry, I missed you. I didn't know you were leaving. Oh, I guess that's it. I guess they're going to let go of those kids. I'm pretty sure I picked a Trump story, too. Oh, no, I picked this one. Let's read this story, just because it's either going to be like, oh, yay, she's actually deserving, or, oh, great, why are you guys just doing this because this person is trans? I feel like that's, like, quite a douchey thing to do, isn't it? Hello, Christopher. Good morning. Hello, Crowley. Good morning. All right, let's see. Mexico crowns transgender beauty queen. You know what? I'm just going to be one of the cool kids. Hold on. One of the cool kids, because cool kids wear hoodies. And they act like they're way cooler than they are. There. There. If that was white, that would look like a KKK hood. Oh, so apropos, isn't it? So apropos. I gotta say, I do kind of like those hoods. I mean, you know what else I really like that you're not allowed to say you like is the Nazi uniforms. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Man in the High Castle, but you know what my favorite fucking thing is? Those black Nazi uniforms, because they are so slick, aren't they? They're so nice and proper and black and white with just red accent. Beautiful design. I would wear that shit. That would be a good Halloween costume. Can I be Slutty SS? Anyways, Mexico crowns transgender beauty queen in bid for acceptance. Uh-oh. The contestants in the beauty pageant sashayed in red bathing suits, paraded across the stage in evening gowns with plunging necklines, and answered questions about climate change and human rights. After 4 hours and a brief protest on stage by a losing contestant, a brunette from the western Mexico state of Colima took the crown. Ivana Cazares flashed a smile as the announcer declared her Miss Trans Beauty Mexico 2019. Oh, isn't that a little bit more demeaning? I don't understand. Do you want to be recognized as trans or do you want to be recognized as a female? Isn't trans just referring to the transitionary part? I hate trans people. It was the second edition of the pageant, which was begun as part of an effort to make transgender women more visible and accepted in Mexican society. I feel like if you separate the whole trans thing out, doesn't that make it a little bit worse? I don't know. Do you want to be part of the female group or do you want your own separate group? Miss Trans Beauty Mexico 2019. I mean, I guess I get it, but okay. Mexico is one of the world's most dangerous countries for transgender people. 261 transgender women were killed from 2013 to 2018, according to a local LGBT rights group, Letra S. Okay, so maybe I'm like cool with it a little bit because I obviously want trans people to be accepted in wider society. I just feel like separating them like this is kind of, I don't know, it seems a little bit counterproductive. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me with that. I can't think. The weekend event was full of glamour and glitz, with contestants sporting elaborate regional costumes and heavy makeup. Miss Colima modeled an indigenous-themed costume with leopard print and feathers, while Miss Baja California's costume featured grapes inspired by her state's wine vineyards. In all, 21 transgender beauty queens representing different Mexican states participated in the 3-part competition. They were judged on bikini wear, regional dress, and formal wear. I'm still not sure if this should be a thing, if we want to accept trans people as actual women or actual men. Shouldn't they just have their own category and then win in the female category? But I guess at the same time, a trans woman would never really beat a beautiful real woman, would she? Which might be rude to say, but sorry, it's the truth. It just is what it is. There's something a little off kilter about it. Don't get mad at me. It just is what it is. I don't know what's good in this situation. I mean, it's good to have them involved. It's good to have the trans community involved in stuff like this where like a lot of people are watching and can see, right? Because again, you definitely want acceptance. You don't want people hating any trans people just because they're trans. But at the same time, I'm wondering if singling them out is the best idea. But I guess it would be, because I don't actually think you can compare the beauty of like a woman versus the beauty of a trans woman. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say that honestly and openly without being afraid that I'm going to get in trouble. Because, I mean, what trouble could I get into? What trouble can I get into? What trouble? What trouble? What trouble can I get into? Cesarez, 27, beat second place Miss Baja California and third place Miss Mexico City to win the crown. Cesarez said the most difficult part of her transition that began 3 years ago was gaining acceptance from others, although she always counted on support from her family. She has a communications degree and owns a beauty salon. Imagine living in Mexico and being trans. It's obviously way worse than being a trans in America or Canada. Now with the pageant title, she sees herself as a spokeswoman for the transgender community. We want to bring a message to society of respect for the trans girls of Mexico, Cesarez told the Associated Press while struggling to keep the towering crown on her head. Okay, fine. I'm not going to be mad about that. Okay, I'm down with acceptance. Let's see this story. Trump deflects criticism for Baltimore comments, calls congressman racist. Everybody right now is like, no, you're racist. No, you're racist. No, you're racist. No, you're racist. Racism for you. Racism for you. Racism for everybody. Everybody's racist. Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't like you. You're racist. You're racist, okay? I just know you a racist. You big fat racist. You're always gonna be a racist. Every day, all day, every night. You racist. You a big fat racist. But anyway, enough of that shit talking. Let's see. Facing growing accusations of racism for his incendiary tweets, U.S. President Donald Trump lashed out at his critics Monday and sought to deflect the criticism by labeling a leading black congressman as himself racist. As himself? What? A leading black congressman as himself racist. I think my comprehension skills are failing me this morning because that sentence seems weird to me. In the latest rhetorical shot at lawmakers of color, Trump said his weekend comments referring to Representative Elijah Cummings, majority black Baltimore district, comments referring to Representative Elijah Cummings, majority black Baltimore district, as a disgusting rat and rodent-infested mess where no human being would want to live. We're not racist. Instead, Trump argued, if racist Elijah Cummings would focus more on his energy on helping the good people of his district and Baltimore itself, perhaps progress could be made in fixing the mess. His radical oversight is a joke, Trump tweeted Sunday. His radical oversight. After a weekend of attacks on Cummings, the son of former sharecroppers who rose to become the powerful chairman of the House Oversight and Reform Committee, Trump expanded his attacks Monday to include a prominent Cummings defender, the Reverend, Al Sharpton, who held a press conference in Baltimore to condemn the president. Yo, Al Sharpton, though? Oh, hi, dollar bills, y'all. Morning time. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. $4.99. What an odd number. After a weekend of attacks. Okay, I have known Al for 25 years. Went to fights with him and Don King. Always got along well. He loved Trump. He would ask me for favors often. Al is a con man, a troublemaker, always looking for a score, just doing his thing. Must have intimidated Comcast/NBC. Hates whites and cops. Yo, Al Sharpton is kind of a dinkus, though. He really is kind of a dinkus. Good morning, Pavel. Oh, it's Banksy. Hi, Banksy. Banksy time. It's Banksy time. It's Banksy time. Banksy. Good morning. I hope you're having a good morning. Well, it's not morning for you anymore, is it? It's 2 p.m. for you. It is 2 o'clock p.m. and I'm having hair problems. So you're going to have to bear with me while I play with this ridiculous shit. People are like, yo, why do you straighten it? Well, this is why I straighten it. Because it's a bloody fucking mess, mate. Look at it. It's fucking everywhere. You know. I didn't tell you guys the story. about what happened on Gavin McInnes's stream or Discord server, did I? I've been popping in there every morning to say good morning because a few of their mods were being such cunts because Dan and I were in there talking shit. Well, not really. Dan was actually being really nice. And I was being pretty nice too. And then I got a little bit snippy, you know? And like they were like, all in favor of voting Amy out, say aye. And like all of them said aye. And I'm like, well, go ahead. Why don't you ban me? I'm waiting for you to kick me. Because they kicked him for asking some silly question. Because we posted a picture. Well, I posted a picture. Because I was buying something from the corner store. And they happened to have these Pride Skittles, right? And the rainbow was taken off. So it was just white Skittles. And it read as white Pride Skittles. Because the Skittles are white. Anyways, I posted that in there as a joke. And then they got all fucking touchy because they started asking questions about being proud and being white. And they just took that as immediately racist. So every day since that day, I've been going in and I've been like, good morning, guys. How's it going? Just being super awesome because that's just who I am. And then I'm like, I'm so surprised. Why hasn't anybody kicked me yet? Why hasn't anybody banned me yet? And then someone was like, yeah, I saw that someone got banned the other day, blah, blah, blah. But all the messages are deleted. I'm like, yeah, I wonder why the messages are deleted. All these fucking dorks. All these fucking dorks who get a little bit of mod power on Discord. They need a win, right? So they just gotta ban people and be stupid. He was actually actively trying not to stir up problems. Okay, Pavel. Oh yeah, back to the story. Sorry for the distraction. Al is a con man, a troublemaker, always looking for the score. Oh boy. And now look at these adults. Isn't this hilarious? They get into these crazy tweet battles and they're all like, you're a con man, you're a piece of shit. No, you're a con man. No, you're a piece of shit. Oh, yeah? Well, you're racist. No, you're racist. No, you're racist. No, you're racist. Over and over and over again. Trump later shifted focus back to Baltimore, claiming that billions of dollars have been pumped into the city. The money was stolen or wasted, Trump tweeted, asking Elijah Cummings where it went. He should investigate himself with his oversight committee. That's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Hey, maybe you should investigate yourself with your oversight committee. Fucking Elijah Cummings, you racist. Earlier Monday, Trump convened a group of wonderful inner-city pastors for an unannounced closed-door meeting to discuss the issues facing the black community Monday. Wow, very nice. This country needs healing. There's so much division in America along racial lines, said Bill Owens, president of the Coalition of African American Pastors, who said he was among about 20 pastors who had met with the president. He wanted to know from us, what should he do in America? What best can he do? Owens said of Trump, insisting the gathering was not damage control. Asked by a reporter whether he thought Trump was racist, Owens said he found that hard to believe, but said the president could do more to address racism in the country. Absolutely. Alveda King, the niece of civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. and a longtime Trump supporter, also noted Trump's longtime relationships with Sharpton and civil rights activist Jesse Jackson. These are his brothers, King said. Holy crap, this is long. Trump appeared to dig a deeper hole even as a top White House aide sought to dismiss the controversy by describing Trump's comments as hyperbole. 2 weeks ago, Trump caused a nationwide uproar with racist tweets directed at 4 Democratic congresswomen of color as he looked to stoke racial divisions for political gain heading into the 2020 election. So there's this thing. It's called semantic satiation, and it's when you've heard a word so many times that it basically just blends into the white noise of your brain. I'm starting to get that from the word racism or any form of that word, where I'm just like, I hear it and I'm like, don't even bother. Why even bother? I don't know what this means. I don't even care anymore. Everybody's just throwing it around and it's lost all its meaning. This is racist. That is racist. It's so tiring. Is anybody else not tired of that? I certainly am. It's super gay. Let's see. Trump noted that Democratic presidential contender and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders had recently equated parts of Baltimore to a third world country in 2015 comments. I assume that Bernie must now be labeled as a racist, just as a Republican would if he used that term in standard, Trump tweeted Monday. Oh, shit. See, Trump snaps back. He's got that clapback game on lock. Sanders tweeted back that Trump lies and racism never end. While I have been fighting to lift the people of Baltimore and elsewhere out of poverty with good-paying jobs, housing, and healthcare, he has been attacking workers and the poor. Is that really what he's been doing, Bernie Sanders? Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, a Republican, on Monday called the president's comments just outrageous and inappropriate. Hogan, the new chairman of the National Governors Association, said he recently gave an address at the NGA about the angry and divisive politics that are literally tearing America apart. I think enough is enough, Hogan said on the C4 radio show in Baltimore. Honestly, enough is enough from the people who are trying to stoke racial problems where there are none, and then saying, we need to take care of this racism. It's not that big of a problem. It's just being... what is the right word to use? Megaphoned by the media as a huge issue. And I don't think it is. And the little racism that does exist, little relevant to how bad racism used to be, is just being overblown. There's a huge disparity between what is being reported as racist and what is actually racist. And that just seems to be ignored. It's quite a large discrepancy. But hey, why are we talking about race anyway? Shouldn't we be talking about culture? Culture is more important than race, everybody. That is my assessment of the situation. Okay? I think enough is enough, Hogan said on the C4 radio show in Baltimore. I mean, people are just completely fed up with this kind of nonsense, and why are we not focused on solving the problems and getting to work instead of who's tweeting what and who's calling who, what kind of names? I mean, it's just absurd. Because it's hot news. Everybody wants to know what Trump is tweeting. Don't you get it? We all want to know. Michael Steele, the state's former lieutenant governor who went on to serve as a national chairman of the Republican National Committee, said it was reprehensible to talk about the city the way Trump did. But he hoped the attention would elevate the conversation about how to help urban areas, and he invited the president to be part of the conversation. Look, as much as I don't think it's becoming how Trump talks about things, I do kind of like the plain nature of it. And I think that's his appeal to a lot of people, is he is very plain and he says things exactly how he means to say them. Not presidential, I agree, I will give you that, and certainly not the best way to communicate in that position, but at the same time, maybe it is, and I think that's why people like him, is because everything isn't disguised as something else, or trying to give you another message, you know? He's just saying what he thinks. Put down the cell phone and the tweeting and come walk the streets in this community so that you can see firsthand the good and the difficult that needs to be addressed. And let's do it together, Steele told the radio show. Speaking in television interviews on Sunday, Acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney said Trump was reacting in frustration to the Dems' unrelenting investigations and talk of impeachment. He said Trump swung hard at Cummings and his Baltimore district because he believes such Capitol Hill critics are neglecting serious problems back home in their zeal to unfairly undermine his presidency. I understand that everything that Donald Trump says is offensive to some people. And those people are not very smart, because not everything he says is offensive. Everybody just wants to call him racist. But he added, the president is pushing back against what he sees as wrong. It's how he's done it in the past, and he'll continue to do it in the future. Yeah. Holy motherfucker. The president has tried to put racial polarization at the center of his appeal to his base of voters, tapping into anxieties about demographic and cultural changes. Is that not fair? Is it not fair to have concerns about these things? Cummings is leading multiple investigations of the president's governmental dealings. In his direct response to Trump on Twitter, Cummings said, Mr. President, I go home to my district daily. Each morning I wake up and I go fight for my neighbors. It is my constitutional duty to conduct oversight of the executive branch, but it is my moral duty to fight for my constituents. Cummings has also drawn the president's ire for investigations touching on his family members serving in the White House. His committee voted along party lines Thursday to authorize subpoenas for personal emails and text used for official businesses by top White House aides, including Ivanka Trump and her husband, Jared Kushner. Earlier this month, Trump drew bipartisan condemnation following his call for Democratic reps Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York, Ayanna Pressley of Massachusetts, and Rashida Tlaib of Michigan to get out of the U.S. right now. He said that if the lawmakers hate our country, they can go back to their broken and crime-infested countries. All 4 lawmakers of color are American citizens. 3 of the 4 were born in the U.S. So I think he had made this crazy comment at one point about how they don't love America, and considering the way that they want to treat it, it's not fair. I mean, it's pretty fair to see how he would take it to that. I mean, always expect exaggeration from Trump because that's what he does, you know? Trump is an A-class embellisher, exaggerator extraordinaire. And if you're not used to that by now and you're still having reactions to it, it's just really stupid. You're stupid. You so stupid. All right, what else is happening? I don't have much time. I got to go soon. I got to go soon. Is there any other news? Let's see. Wu-Tang Clan is headlining a massive Toronto food fest on the beach in September. This is entertainment, isn't it? That's what I'm looking at. Let me see. Best of Picard's Star Trek TV movie collection coming to Blu-ray with the new IDW comic. I understand that I have some nerdy friends who are quite excited about this Star Trek. I think Jamie just did a trailer reaction to it. Let me see. Meghan Markle faces backlash after guest editing British Vogue's September issue. What? What do you mean? The princess can do no wrong. Meghan Markle faces backlash after guest editing British Vogue's September issue. I don't understand. Vogue readers are not impressed by Meghan Markle. I mean, how could you not be? Look at her. She's beautiful. Months after welcoming her first child with Prince Harry, the Duchess of Sussex was given the honor of guest editing the September issue of British Vogue, becoming the first member of the royal family to participate as a writer and creative in the magazine. And while the new mom put her all into perfecting the Forces of Change issue and choosing the right 15 women to include, she's already gotten much backlash. As RadarOnline.com has learned, fans are bashing Meghan, 37, for failing to include the Queen in the issue, which focuses on the world's most inspiring women. All right, I feel that now. In her edition, led by the publication's editor-in-chief Edward Enninful, the actress-turned-royal included actress Jane Fonda, 81, and climate change campaigner Greta Thunberg, 16, among other figures. Pardon me. We are proud to announce that Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, is the guest editor for the September issue of British Vogue. For the past 7 months, the Duchess has curated the content with British Vogue's editor-in-chief to create an issue that highlights the power of the collective. They have named the issue Forces for Change. Oh my god, I'm not reading all that. Haters are saying Meghan was clearly more focused on helping out Condé Nast than on making any kind of meaningful social impact with her September issue. They also say she should stay out of politics, as her choices for inspiring women included more A-listers than trailblazers. Meghan is also being criticized for the Vogue cover's design. Radar has learned the former Suits star wrote an essay for the Game Changers by Samantha Brett and Steph Adams 3 years ago. Yet the Forces for Change magazine cover she began working on 7 months ago has the exact same design. Blasphemy. Brett and Adams told reporters they were both flattered and upset with the similarities, as both covers feature 15 black and white photographs of inspiring women. It's obviously very flattering. She obviously likes our concept, Brett told Daily Mail Australia. I love Meghan and I'm a huge fan, but if what people are alerting us to is true, then it's extremely disappointing. Man, oh man. Your life has got to be good to complain about something so shallow like that. Oh my god, she copied her cover. It's like the same. So, who cares? Isn't that appreciation? It's kind of like cultural appropriation. It's not appropriation, it's appreciation. Someone liked what you did, so they're emulating it. Oh man, well, there's a spoiler for me, huh? Let's see. Jessica Alba's Twitter hacked and littered with racist and homophobic tweets. Now, I bet that was funny to see for the first people who are witnessing Jessica Alba tweet some racist shit. Oh, hello, Carter Cole. Carter Cole is in Colorado right now. Isn't that interesting? What you doing over there? What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. Carter Cole. Carter Cole. Ask Amy. A woman fears running into her hometown abuser. You know what? I had a story from this Ask Amy. I'm looking at the entertainment section right now. And frankly, it's quite boring. Let's see what's happening in the world. Because I got to go. At least 57. I'm just going to go through the headlines. Let's see what's happening. I don't have time to read everything, okay? Trump deflects criticism for Baltimore comments. Okay, we read that one. Gunman posted online minutes before killing 3 at California festival. Oh. What happened here? Before a 19-year-old gunman opened fire on a famed garlic festival in his California hometown, he urged his Instagram followers to read a 19th century book popular with white supremacists on extremist websites, but his motives for killing 2 children and another young man were still a mystery Monday. Okay, well, that guy was happy. At least 57 prisoners dead in Brazil prison riot. Oh, death, destruction. Johnson pushes EU to give away amid no-deal Brexit warnings. Beijing reiterates support for Hong Kong leadership. At least 17 dead after military plane crashes into homes in Pakistan. Pakistan army plane crashes in residential area, killing at least 18. Putin foe sent back to jail after suspected poisoning. Oh my god. Doctor says Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny may have been poisoned. I like the name Alexei. I think that was the name of the guy in... the Russian guy in Stranger Things, right? Am I right? I can't remember. Lost Trump history hashtag places U.S. president in history's greatest moments. Trump signs 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund extension. Oh, yeah. So I don't know if anybody saw, but Jon Stewart did this really moving speech in Congress. I think I watched that with Chris, actually. And it looks like that bill got signed. Oh, look. It's right here, too. I thought I would bring it back. Oh, I bring it back for you. Jon Stewart. He went to the Congress and he cried. And they signed the bill. And now the victim going to get compensation. The $7.4 billion fund had been rapidly depleting, and administrators recently cut benefit payments by up to 70%. Dude, this is so brutal. I can't believe that people had to fight for this. All right, more headlines. Don't put your life in danger. Iran's Revolutionary Guards published reported exchange with British warship. What? Iran says meeting on 2015 nuclear deal was constructive. Oh, was it though? Oh, was it? Woman set to replace Puerto Rico's governor doesn't want job. Okay. At least 20 dead after attack at Afghan vice presidential candidate's office. Federal court orders removal of product of Israel labels from West Bank wines. Whoa, what? Okay. Protesters disrupt train services, cause commuter chaos in Hong Kong. 5 killed in 2 shootings. World News. 5 dead, 2 injured in residential shootings in Wisconsin. Wisconsin. U.S. presidential candidate Bernie Sanders joins group seeking cheaper insulin in Canada. Good morning. Oh, looks like there's some trouble in the chat, is there? Child pushed onto track, struck and killed by train in Frankfurt. Oh, no. That's really sad. Boy dies after he and mother are pushed on train tracks in Germany. Oh my God, does that mean she didn't die? Ooh, I don't even want to know what that looks like. Italian police say teen held in officer's death illegally blindfolded. Fareed Zakaria, Boris Johnson is bad for Britain, Europe, and the U.S. I thought we were Team Boris Johnson. I'm a blind follower. Whatever my British friends say about Boris Johnson, I have the same opinion. And I'm okay with that. He's kind of like a Trump character, so I kind of like him. He's going to shake shit up. That's what I think. I think it's time for the shake shit up presidents, don't you? U.S. leaves new NAFTA in limbo, likely until after Canada's election. Oh. U.S. teen claimed he knifed a tell. You know what? This is boring now. This is boring. And you know what? It's almost time for me to go. So, do you have any last words before I go and get ready for my work day and enjoy my day? I wanted to play with some stuff and see how I could make it work. And I made it work. So, yay! The only thing I need to figure out now is how to get you some kind of link for Streamlabs. But I will figure that out next time. For now, thanks for joining me this morning on Reading the News and fucking about and just waking up with me. We'll chat soon. Have a good day. Mwah! Big kiss. Bye!